Hey guys, so we're just going to do the awkward question game, and we tag all of you guys to do it, so we'll just get started.
Alright, first question is, what color underwear are you wearing?
Pink.
I'm wearing gray. The second question is, would you pay for sex and or take money in exchange for sex?
No, neither.
No, that's stupid and dumb. The next question is, would you rather be 500 pounds or marry someone who is 500 pounds?
I would rather be 500 pounds, just because I know I could work it off easily, so.
For myself, I'd rather marry someone who is 500 pounds. I don't really have an explanation as to why, I just would rather that. The next question is, have you ever cheated on anyone?
No.
Yeah, I have. Mistakes happen. Although I did cheat on this person, I don't regret the outcome, which is terrible, but it's true. The next question is, have you contemplated suicide?
No.
I've thought about different ideas about it before, but I've never really, thought about actually doing it to myself. The next question is, would you rather orgasm every 5 minutes or never orgasm again?
The first one.
I'd rather orgasm every 5 minutes, because not orgasming ever again would make me cry for the rest of my life. What's the lowest amount of money you would reach into a soiled toilet for?
I think if someone was to give me, probably the lowest amount that I would go is 50 million. Then I would do it, because I've had an incident where the porta potties, I've actually fell into one and I was disgusted, and I literally went and got tested and everything. It was disgusting. Yeah.
Honestly, for a soiled toilet, I mean, shit happens.
Literally.
Yeah. I would do like $100. I don't care. I'll wash my hands.
Ugh, not me.
Next one is, would you ever get an abortion?
Never.
I used to say that I would never, but it really depends on my situation, and depends on if I got raped or something, I would have an abortion, I think. I don't know. Probably not. Or probably, I don't know, something. Would you have sex with your celebrity crush, even if they made you put a paper bag over your face?
I would.
I would too, I don't care. I would so have sex with RK.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is, kill a cop or your mom?
Well, either way, you're gonna go to jail for it, so I might as well kill a cop.
Yeah, I'd kill a cop. My mom is my best friend.
Yeah, she'd bail me out.
Would you rather run around nude in New York City for an hour, or never be able to take off your clothes again?
I would run nude in New York City. I mean, there's crazy people out there that probably wouldn't care anyways, so.
I agree with that. I'd run around naked, because I don't even live there. I'd go there, run around for an hour, come back to Canada, no one would know who I am.
Exactly.
The next one is, reform on a friend or do 6 months yourself?
I don't get that one.
I don't understand that either. Okay. How certain are you of your sexual persuasion?
Pretty certain.
Like, persuasion as in being able to persuade someone into doing something?
I think so.
I'm
okay.
I'm like,
with my boyfriend anyways.
I mean, with my ex-boyfriend, I suppose I was up there, 85-90%. Have you ever peed in the pool when people were in it and didn't tell them?
I used to do that all the time, and everyone would be like, why is it so warm? And I would be like, it wasn't me.
Yeah, I used to do it. I still do it. I will continue to do it. So be careful when you're swimming with me.
Except for the new pools, because they have that chlorine where
it'll
changes.
turn blue. Have you ever had sex on public transit?
No.
No, I will never do that.
That's just weird.
I'm trying to find a good one.
When was the last time you pissed yourself?
Where's that?
Right there. When was the last time you pissed your pants or wet the bed?
Peed my pants. Oh god, I don't know, but wet the bed was I was 13. I had a bad dream.
I've never wet the bed, honestly. That was one thing I was pretty good with. But I have made myself laugh to the point where I literally pissed everywhere. And I was probably about 13, 14.
Who do you like best, your mom or your dad?
This is a tough question. I'd have to say my mom. Sorry, Dad. I love you to pieces, but I talk to my mom more than I do my dad. But I don't know. I would say equal. Like, if I can say equal, then it would be equal. But if I guess I had to pick one.
Yeah, and it's the same for me because I live with my mom because my parents are separated. I don't love my mom more, but like I'm
No.
closer with her, which
Yeah.
is why I like her more because we're more comfortable around each other. Okay, for the girls, what was the first thing you thought the very first time you saw my penis?
The first time I ever saw one, I thought they were weird looking. To be honest, I was like really that's what you're using? Like that was just I don't know. It was really I don't know. I think they're gross looking.
Yeah, very first time I saw one, I don't remember how old I was, but like I saw one on an accident. My brother and his friends were like being really retarded and comparing them, and I walked by and saw it. It was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. It was so nasty. What is your most embarrassing childhood memory, or maybe what is something you did as a child that you realized was perverted until you were older?
My most embarrassing childhood memory would have to be my first time playing soccer at school, and I was goalie, and I don't know how I didn't see this coming, but this kid came up behind me and pantsed me in front of my whole school. Like literally the whole school was outside, and that was like the most embarrassing. I cried for like a day. And something that I did as a child, I used to draw what was it? I used to draw boobs on paper, but I didn't know they were boobs. My teacher would always tell us to draw circles, and then I thought, oh, I'll draw a smaller circle in the circles, and then later when I was looking at my drawings, I was like, I drew boobs.
My most embarrassing childhood memory, I went through a phase in grade 5 where I dressed like a boy and I looked like one. And some lady mistaken me for a boy. She's like, I was looking in girls' clothes, and she was just like, oh, the boys' section's over there. My dad's like, oh, I think my daughter would like to look in the girls' clothes, and that was really bad, really embarrassing. And something I did as a child that I didn't realize was perverted until I was older. Playing the doctor game, you're kind of experimenting. You don't really understand what you're doing, but when I realize now, like what I was doing when I was a kid, it's kind of weird. Would you rather be beautiful and stupid or ugly and clever?
This is a hard one considering society-wise. Like if you're looking for a job, they do choose hotter women over like smarts, which is kind of pathetic. But I'd rather be ugly and clever.
I agree with that one. Have you ever had sexual thoughts about a relative?
No, I think the closest I've ever thought of something was I would think when I was younger I used to think my cousins were really cute and stuff like that, but other than that, no.
Yeah, I've never really had sexual thoughts about like a relative, but like back when I was a kid, I used to think my cousin Craig was so cute and I had a little crush on him, but then kind of came to realization that he's my cousin and that's weird.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever lied about your age and why?
Yes, I've lied about my age numerous times, mostly because, especially when I'm online gaming, I was a lot younger, and I'd have older people talking to me, and I thought it was cool for older people to talk to me, so I'd always be like, yeah, you know, I'm 19, though at the time I was like 12, and I don't know, just something I did.
Yeah. I've lied about my age several times. Recently, like, I lie about my age when I'm drinking. I'll tell people, yeah, I'm 19. Like, no, I'm only 17, but it's stuff like that I'll lie about.
Yeah.
I know, I saw it. Have you ever had a crush on a friend's sister, brother, mom, or dad, etc.?
I've had a crush on my friend's brother for the longest time, and then we were going to actually hook up, but that was just not acceptable for her, so we never did.
And for me, I've never really had a crush on my friend's brother. I mean, I think they're cute, but I've never actually liked them before.
A lot of questions. We're kind of just skipping through some.
Yeah, there's some that are kind of inappropriate. Do you bitch about your best friend?
Best friend.
Do you bitch about your best friend?
Not my best friend, no. I have bitched about certain people that I've gotten fights with that were either my previous best friend or just like my acquaintance. Acquaintance. But my best friend, no. There's usually never something to bitch about because they're obviously my best friend for a reason. So.
Yeah, likewise. I mean, if I'm really mad at someone or if I'm like drunk or whatever, I will say things that I regret. I'm like, I did not mean that. I don't know why I said
it slips sometimes.
Yeah. Let's do like 2 more.
Yeah, we'll do 2 more.
Okay, let's find one here. Okay,
what's the worst lie you've ever told?
What's the worst lie I've ever told? Oh my god, okay. I've lied to my friend one time. She's like, oh, blah blah blah, have you ever had sex? And I was just like, yeah, of course, blah blah blah. Like, this was like a while ago, and that's the worst lie I've told because it kind of turned around, like, bit me in the ass. It screwed me over in the end, lying about that.
My worst lie was, I think Becca might remember this one, is when I lied to my boyfriend about me smoking. He wasn't 100% agreeable with it, and I would be like, oh yeah, I don't smoke, and I'd leave Cam, and I would go have a cigarette, and he eventually found out, and I knew I'm a terrible liar. One of the ways you can always tell I'm lying is my chest will break out, but that was like the worst thing ever.
Alright, one more. Have you ever thought you were pregnant or that you got someone pregnant? How'd that go?
I have before. I actually had a scare, just because I was dealing with so much stress at the time that I had missed my lady time of the month, but I never was, so that was great. What about you?
I've had one scare before, and it was like my first time, and I thought I was, and yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah.
I wasn't, thank God.
I think that's like one of the big things, though, especially when it's your first time. You always, that's the first thing you think of is, oh, I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
So that's it.
Okay,
that was my mom and my cat.
That's
probably this them.
Yeah, that's the end of our video.
Yeah, this is probably like 15 minutes long though.
Oh,
well. Hey, anyways, so we're gonna finish this up, and so we'll see you guys. Bye.